So the Orioles picked up Joey Rickard, right-hand hitting outfielder, and the kid's had a great year. He started out in A-ball. They sent him to Double-A. He did even better in Double-A. They sent him to Triple-A. He did even better there. And then at the end of the season, he went to the Dominican, and he's done even better there. He's one of the top players in the league in the Dominican. So he has good on-base capability, good skills, got good speed, excellent contact hitter, can steal a base. And he's a good defensive player. He played center field and left field. And we think he'll give us some depth and on-base capability. And he just looks like he learned how to play. Looked like a good, solid overall ball player. Good discipline into the strike zone. And we'll look forward to taking a look at him in the spring.
Did you kind of target an outfielder for this draft, or was he simply the best player when it was your turn?
Well, we looked at some outfielders that we have a need in the outfield and we have opportunity. So we took a look at some of the outfielders that we thought could help our team, and we recognize Joey Rickard's improvement. You know, if you look at how he's trending up. And very rarely do you see a player get moved up as quickly as he has moved up this year, and to see him apply his skills at a higher level each step of the way.
Disappointed, Dan, to lose a few guys? I mean, I know you just signed that first baseman.
We signed Gman Choi to a minor league contract and invited him to Major League camp, and I was kind of surprised he got drafted to the Major League because he was out there a while as a free agent. So that was a bit of a surprise.
It seemed like this year's Rule 5 actually matched up pretty well for you. As you said, you guys have opportunities in the outfield, and it seemed like that was kind of the depth of this draft.
It was definitely the depth of the draft, the outfield. You saw a couple outfielders got drafted before we picked at, what did we pick, 15? But we liked Rickard's skills because he's a solid defensive player, and his on-base capability and his discipline at the plate is something that we were looking for. And who knows, with more experience, maybe he can be a setup hitter in the big leagues. He started out as the leadoff man on his Dominican Winter League team, but he hit the ball with authority, and they eventually moved him to third in the lineup. And they project him to be the top player in that league. So that's a pretty impressive year that Rickard has had.
Are you anticipating this being the only acquisition at this point before you board or the last acquisition before you board your?
We have a couple teams to follow up with, so we hope to be active today to add additional players to the club. So we'll keep working.
Dan, is there?
You can take that flight home though.
On a later one.
Oh.
Dan, is there anything new with Chris Davis? I know there was a bunch of reports that.
Yeah, we don't have any comment on the rumors. There's a lot of rumors out there.
Do you want to shoot any of them down?
There's a lot of rumors out there. A lot of interest, but now's the time of the year to, buckle down and for people to make choices what they're going to do with their teams, and for players to choose what teams they're going to play for.
Do you feel like there's been any clarity on that in Nashville, on that situation?
I believe we're making a little progress on figuring out, how we're going to put our team together this year.
Their side in the Davis talks ever give you any indication when they're going to make their decision?
No.
Are you at all anxious about getting this done?
Well, I always like to try to get the core of the team before Christmas, but it doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always work that way to get the club set up for the holidays. A couple years ago, remember we got to the start of spring training, and then we added the pitcher Jimenez, and then we added Nelson Cruz. So it doesn't always work that way. So, but it's better if you can put your building blocks in place before the holiday. But we got some things to follow up to get our team tuned up we're gonna have a good ball club. I can see our team coming together. Discussions we had internally were very productive, and I can see it coming together.
Dan, can you see you guys being a little bit more patient on the Davis front in terms of waiting this out? I know you've talked over and over again about wanting to. This is the kind of the time. But.
Well, sometimes you need patience, and sometimes you got to move. We're moving on the things we can move on, and I can see our team being pretty good next year.
Do you think the Darren O'Day signing could become official by FanFest?
We have a couple of things to work on, but we're making good progress on that. So hopefully we can get that resolved by the weekend.
Could you have any other things in it? You said you're close on some things. You have some things to talk about. I mean, could you have some new players, new announcements this weekend?
Maybe by the end of the week, and then hopefully next week. Our guys been working pretty hard down there.